Oh, out of frame. Hello, welcome back to Wicked Works. I have here a 1972 Super Beetle that I may have just bought to be my winter beater.
Oh, I'm so awkward. I'm so awkward.
All right, this is George. Like I said, George is a 1972 Super Beetle. George has some pretty significant rust issues and mostly runs and drives. It needs a little bit of a tune-up, but outside of that, it's got new disc brakes, it's got new suspension, it's got a brand new interior, window rubbers. It shifts great, stops good. It's a solid little car. It's just not very solid. It does seem to have some kind of fuel and or ignition issue. I'm going to take you through the carburetor right now because I found some interesting issues with that. And then we're going to look at the distributor. But basically, it misfires really bad intermittently, and it keeps dying on me. I tried to take it around the block just to test drive it, and I got maybe an 1/8 mile down the road and it died, so I had to push it back, and that really hurt. So we're going to try to figure out what it needs to get it on the road and then maybe take it for a drive. So let's take a look at the carburetor. All right, so we've got a no-name aftermarket carburetor that came off of this. Now, when I took the top off, this bowl was pretty empty, which is abnormal. So I filled it with some bad gas, and the first thing I'm noticing is that the accelerator pump does nothing. Now, there is, down in here, underneath this little guy, is a check ball. Typically, those don't get stuck unless it's been sitting with varnish in it forever, so I'm going to assume that the pump diaphragm is bad. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to pull all the jets out and everything and blow those out and make sure that's good. And then, there's a few different vacuum caps on the engine that are screws in vacuum hoses, and I'm not a fan of that, so we're going to try to do that. I want to test this guy because the idle solenoid, I'm not even going to bother testing it. I will probably just take this off and cut the plunger off because it's unnecessary. So I've got another shitbag carburetor here that we're going to try to pull the diaphragm out of and see if we can get that to work. And then, we'll blow the jets out and everything. Okay, so we're going to take this apart now and see if this accelerator pump is any good. I hope it is. It's not really a way for me to test it at the moment because I'm missing so many parts off of this carburetor. I mean, it certainly feels like it's good, so we'll see. Before anyone says, "Hey, don't you? I thought you hate Super Beetles. How come you did the thing?" Listen, you're right. I do hate Super Beetles, but I tolerate the flat windows. They've got a certain charm to them, not the same that an earlier car does. But hey, when it runs and drives and the price is right, what do I care? How do you say no to that? And honestly, I kind of just want it so that I can take the truck apart and try to sort that problem out because it's running lean and overheating and all that stuff, and that's hard to fix when it's your only car. So, that. All right, let me dump all the fuel out of here, and we'll take that one apart and see if this is less bad than that one. I think I need, no, this one should be fine. As soon as I dump this out, this did get a little wet, like it's already. Stay put in here for me. It's all stretchy, and I don't think that's very good. So. I'll put this guy in with a different spring and see if we can't get this to operate a little better. All right, since I already have all the fuel out of here, I think what we're going to do is take this apart so that I can try to clean all the jets out and everything. Alright, I think first thing I'm going to do is cut that guy off, because that's useless to me. Basically just want it to be a vacuum plug anyway. Okay, stick you back in there. I know, I already can hear you. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. It's gonna diesel. It's bad. They put it there for it. Shut up. I cut these things off all the time. I don't really care. It's not gonna cause a problem. So this one will give you access to the main jet that's in the bottom of the bowl. The inside of the bowl was actually pretty clean, so I assume there's not really going to be anything in there. I just want to be sure that there isn't anything in there. I'm going to take this guy out. What is this main? Should be like a 127, it's a 130, okay. And let's see if we can, you can see through there, that's actually really clear. So that's good. And we're going to take the emulsion tube out of the top, or air correct, or one of the things, I can't remember. Take that guy out. That's looking pretty good. I think, honestly, it seems like the, oops, sorry. It seems like the problem was actually that the accelerator pump was leaking, and that was screwing up the fuel bowl, the fuel level in the bowl, and it was misfiring because it wasn't getting enough fuel. So I'm hoping that by doing this, I have solved that problem, because all of this looks really clean, but just to be safe, I'm going to go right in here and do a little of that, a little in here, a little guy, just a little boop, boop, beep. Dump that out. I'll let schmutz out of there. Okay. Tighten that up again. And we'll do the idle jet in the back. This one's a 55. I think that'll be fine. I'm going to fill this bowl again. With cloudy varnished gasoline. And hopefully the accelerator pump will work and this won't leak like a sieve. And come on, get all that air out of there. It was working a second. There we go. There we go. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah. All right. Good. Okay. All right. Well, let's put this back on the car, and I'll show you what I'm seeing with the distributor. All right. While I'm putting this back on, let's. Oh, come on, get down a little bit here. While I'm putting this back on, let's talk about ignition systems and timing real fast. So as an engine is running, it obviously has a timing for the spark event to happen at a certain time in the piston's travel that is optimal for combustion and power. But as the engine needs and wants to spin faster so that you can move the vehicle faster, that timing of that spark event has to happen sooner, which is what people mean when they say advance the timing. So one of the things that I was looking at was whether or not the advance plate in this distributor was doing its job, because I've been having a lot of issues with these Petronix SVDAs, in that as soon as I put them on an engine and try to accelerate, these canisters fail, and now it won't advance the timing anymore. So I will show you momentarily what I'm talking about, so that we can try to fix that. I don't think it's something that I can fix today because I don't have and like, don't get me wrong, the car will drive. It'll just, you know, stutter a little bit sometimes. And that can be frustrating if you don't know how to do the little foot dance to make it do the things. You know, it's an easy fix. You can just buy another thing. And thankfully, I've had pretty good luck with the aftermarket canisters that are available. Those don't seem to fail, but it's annoying that I'm dropping $150 on this distributor that's, you know, supposed to be so that I don't have to worry about it, and I got to buy parts for it before I even put it on the car. And that sucks. Anyway, let me finish getting this. Oh, I forgot about the spring. So this is your vacuum canister. When you open the throttle, it does the thing and it pulls vacuum and it'll advance the plate. So if I take this and I suck on it, you can see it move, but it doesn't, I can't get it to move very far, and it won't hold pressure. And that's so, if you're trying to test yours, you suck on this and you should be able to put your tongue over the hole, and that plate should hold right where it is. If it's not, then your canister's toast. And I can basically breathe through this thing. So that's bad. I got to get another one. I might try to see if I have an 009 that I can stick in here, which is going to cause a flat spot with this carburetor anyway, but it'll at least make it, you know, semi-drivable. And who knows, maybe, you know, I can still drive it this way. So let's put all this back together and see if it runs any better. I mean, it always idled fine. It just didn't like to drive. So let's see if we can't make that less garbage. And I apologize for the wind noise. I don't want this thing to, you know, be running with the door closed. Make sure I got everybody hooked up here. It looks like I do. I'm probably gonna have to pull fuel and all that stuff, but let's see what happens. This does have a battery shut-off switch. It should be on now. Key on. All right. What appears to be the problem now? It's not even trying to fire. Okay, let's try that again. All right, when I like stomp it, like fast, it wants to die. I wonder if that's a timing thing. If I do it slowly, it's not so bad. I wonder if it will sustain high RPMs. Seems to. Maybe we just go for a ride and see what happens. All right, it seems to be idling very well at the moment. I'm going to take it around the parking lot first and see what happens. Well, it feels a lot better than it did yesterday, that's for sure. Because like I said, I had to push it back here. I'm hoping the camera's going to stay where I want it to. Oh, oh, and dead. Well, at least I haven't left the lot yet. That was weird. Well, I'll just give it the beans up the street a little bit and see what happens. Well, it's doing better than it did. I don't smell an excess of fuel. Nope, it's gonna die. Nope, it's picking up again. No, it's gonna die. Alright, we gotta find a place to turn around. I really don't want to push this far. It's stuttering on me. And well, it's still idling. Nope. Okay. Please don't die. Oh. Same spot as yesterday. Come on. Come on, please. Like when it runs, it's got plenty of power. Doesn't like doing the running thing. Oh, dead. Oh no, it's still there. Okay. Should check the timing maybe a little bit. Come on, man. Come on, thank you. And dead. Come on, pick up. There we go. I mean, these carburetors are garbage. Let me do some tinkering here and see what I can't figure out. And it's running again. What the hell? All right, so I need gloves. The way that this is acting, it seems like it's starving for fuel or potentially flooding out. So what I want to do is pull the carburetor off again, bring it over to the bench, and see if the bowl is empty. The bowl's empty, then it seems to me like the needle is maybe sticking shut, which is obviously not helpful. So we're gonna see if we can fix that. If it is full, well then, I don't really know what the problem is, so. All right, I'm gonna take this off and hopefully I won't lose it again. All right, that's full. That's doing fuel things. So, why is it acting like it's not getting fuel? I'm gonna have to eyeball down the throat while it's running and see what's happening. So let me put this back together, get it back on the car, get it running again, and see what happens. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah. All right, it's idling. Seems good. I'm getting a little bit of dripping. But it's idling. And now it's dying. Now let's let it warm up and see what happens. I guess the test is going to be, it starts again when I shut it off. So off and on. Well, kind of. Hold on. Nope. Track the throttle a little bit. Nope. Do it again. All right, let's put it back together and see if we can go for a ride. Let's try this again. Let's see if it'll start. Okay. Back up. Put some load on it and it's still idling. Try to close the thing. One shot. Still idling. I don't feel like I actually did anything, so I'm suspecting that the problems will remain the same. We did a little adjustment, but still not 100% sure what's happening, unless I might end up putting a different distributor in it, because I guess what could be happening is I'm intermittently losing the vacuum that's advancing the timing up high, and that's what's making it fall off because the timing's being erratic, I guess, is a potential thing. We got a lot of traffic right now, so they're staying over there though. So far, so good. Oh, we're past where we went the last time. Like, aside from it running weird, it's a good little car. You know, it's unbelievably rusty. But it runs pretty good. It rides nice. It's quiet inside, which is new for me. Generator lights coming on every now and again, so that's fun. It's like pulsing at me. That's weird. Currently doing 40 very happily. It's not skipping or anything. what happens when I get to a stop sign up here, whether or not it wants to cooperate and get going again. Should have brought tools with me. That was a dumb idea. Oops. Coming to a stop now. See if she stays running. Still idling, so that's good. I'm gonna turn around in this intersection here. It does take a little bit of dancing, a little bit of Ted dancing to get moving because of the canister. But once you get it to pick up, it does go. See how she feels about taking the beans. He, them, George, whoever. A little grindy in third. 50, 55, it moves, 60. It feels pretty good now. I don't know what I did, but it feels good. Seemed to like that little tiny bit of timing there. I think the carburetor is probably as good as it's going to get. I don't think there's anything else I can do with that. It runs really rich, like most of the aftermarket carburetors do. And I don't have any Solexes around that I can rebuild because the bushings are probably shot. But it's better than nothing. I guess if it dies, I do have a set of Webers I could put on. I don't really want to do that, but I could if I had to. The distributor, I should just be able to get like a $15 canister and pop that on, and that should get rid of that flat spot that I'm having. If I absolutely had to, I could put an 009 on it. I know I have one of those on the shelf, and at least that would give me a little bit more consistency. You know, tune it for performance, I think it'll be fine. Come to a stop again here, going downhill this time. See if it gives me any shit, because this is the stop sign that it's continuously died on me. And clutch in. And dead. Dead, yeah, great. Doesn't like the downhills. Let's see if we can get it started again. Please, please. Alright, now we're going again. You're turning. So that's weird. I don't know what that's about. We'll see if it dies again. I'm going to pull into the shop here. See what the deal is. It doesn't like to coast. It's still running, but it was like loading up on me. So that's weird. I guess let's maybe see if I have an 009, put that in and see if it's any different, and go from there. All right, I've got an 009 on it. It's kind of vaguely static timed. Let's see if it starts. Oh. My socket's stuck on there. it does. Seems to not like it. Right up here. All right, 1400. That's probably a timing issue, and back that off a little bit. It seems to be catching some. Oh, yes. That should be advancing. Is the timing mark. It's all the way over here. Yes. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to go where she's happy. Alright, I'm gonna try to... Ooh, LEDs, wow. I'll try to go for a ride again and see what happens. Seems a tiny bit more responsive. It's idling very high. The generator light is still coming on and off. Hoping that might just be like brushes or something. So it's driving a lot better. I would just like the idle to be less high and less rich. And it definitely feels like there's a vacuum leak. This distributor seems to be working better, but I think that's, you know, not important because it's still, the timing's kind of weird and funky, and it's not like I actually put in any effort into like actually timing it. But it is running and driving better than it was. We'll see how it does when we come to a stop sign up here and we can turn it around and go downhill to a stop sign to see what it does. And we're coming to a stop. We're still idling. We're still idling. I have to find somewhere to turn around over here. A little bit. No one comes. I hope that's not me. Well, it can't be because I wasn't already in this lane. The hill, and the clutch is in, and it's still running. Nice. Okay. A big old truck coming both ways. Come on, there we go. right, well, I'd say that's fairly successful, despite not really running as good as I would like it to. So I guess we're gonna have, come on, we're gonna have to wait until I've actually paid for this car, because I haven't yet, and until I can get some parts for it. The lights off. Let's see if I shut it off, if it will start easily again. Go off. Give it a second to actually die and sit and start. Try again. Oh, try it again. There we go. Idles. All right, well, that's the plan. I'll let you know when I do something. All right, it's some weeks later. I have paid for the Super. I'm actually going to register it tomorrow because I very badly need a vehicle, because I have the engine out of the truck and it's over there in pieces. So now I don't actually have a running driving vehicle, and I've been driving Rachel's car. Since the last time I talked about this car, I took the carburetor off of Gloria and put it on this, and put an SVDA back on it, and it's drivable. It's better than it was before. It still has the occasional hiccup, but it's the best that I can do right now because I don't have any money. So that is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like, leave a comment, share with your friends. You can follow me on Instagram at WickedWorks. I think probably the next time we talk about that car, I will probably be pulling the engine out to replace one of the intake boots. And then also, things I got coming up, a video that Rachel and I have been filming for 6 months on her Opel. I thought I had something else. Maybe I don't. So there's that. This guy, I want to film a state of the fleet soon. So I got stuff that I can film now. I know that there's been gaps and stuff, but listen, man, it's a lot owning a business and trying to film things and edit it and get it out at a certain time. So I'm sorry, give me a break. But hopefully I have some stuff that I can do. So we'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.